Hi, I'm Wes Russell and I'm the fire chief here in the town of Tyngsborough. I'm here to give you some information about why we have a critical need to replace the Kendall Road fire station in the center of town with a new headquarters fire station. The headquarters station needs to be somewhere here in the center of town on the west side of the bridge. And it's going to be the administrative offices and the only manned station for the Tyngsborough Fire Department, as this one currently is. One thing that people should understand is that the town of Tyngsborough, unlike many communities our size in central Massachusetts, has never built a fire station meant to house firefighters. Our 3 stations were meant as call fire department stations to house apparatus only, with a small office in this center station. Currently, the town has grown and the fire department has grown beyond the capabilities of these stations. Size is only one of the factors. 2 independent architects have done an analysis and suggest that the proper fire station for the current Tyngsborough Fire Department should be about 20,000 square feet. This building is only 5,000 square feet, and that's obviously a basic problem. But it gets deeper than that. One thing I think people should understand is in most commercial or industrial occupancies, think of a retail store or a manufacturing building or something, there's 3 basic spaces that have separation. You have your operations space where things get done. You have your staff spaces where they can get away from the operations space for lunch or break or something like that. And then you have your administrative offices. In a building that's only a quarter the size of what we should have, there is no separation of those 3 basic spaces for the Tyngsborough Fire Department. All of our space gets used for multiple purposes. We have lunch in the same place where we meet with builders or fire alarm installers. We have staff rest and recreation spaces where we house our apparatus and their own private lockers. So that's just one basic need that any commercial industrial building has. Another concept that maybe isn't clear to people who aren't firefighters is modern fire stations are built with a separation between what we call hot zones and cold zones. A hot zone would be an area where there's a potential for exposure to contaminants, whether it's from the apparatus and the exhaust, the equipment that has returned from being at a fire and needs to be cleaned or decontaminated, or even our own protective gear, the coats and pants and helmets and air packs that the firefighters use need to be decontaminated. We call those spaces where that happens the hot zone. The cold zone is where administrative offices and staff areas are free from exposure to contamination. And again, that is a huge challenge in a building this size. There should be a separation between the hot zone and the cold zone, or a transition, what we call the warm zone. That's the area that provides some separation between the hot zone and cold zone, where the firefighters can, if needed, shower, change clothes, and go into the cold zone and not bring any of those contaminants with them. So think about those things as you're reviewing this video, and you can see where we have that lack of separation between the areas that expose firefighters to contaminants and the safe areas, and how that affects the health and fitness of our firefighters.